What's the most shocked you've been by a medic's unorthodox treatment method? We were doing live fire drills when Private Tyler stepped on a training mine. Not a real explosive, but the simulation device malfunctioned and sent metal fragments into his leg. Blood everywhere, guy was screaming, bone clearly visible through the wound. Our medic, Doc Bailey, came running over with his aid bag. Standard protocol for this kind of injury is pressure bandages, morphine, immediate evacuation to the hospital. Bailey took one look at the wound and did something I'll never forget. He pulled out a can of energy drink from his cargo pocket. Monster Energy. Tyler's lying there bleeding out, and this medic is cracking open a drink like he's taking a break. What the hell are you doing? I shouted. Tyler needs real medical attention, not caffeine. Bailey ignored me completely, started pouring the energy drink directly into the wound. Tyler screamed even louder. The other soldiers were yelling at Bailey to stop. This guy had lost his mind. You're making it worse. Sergeant Martinez grabbed Bailey's arm. Get the real medical supplies. Bailey shook him off. Trust me on this. He emptied the entire can into Tyler's leg, then started packing gauze around it. The bleeding slowed down immediately. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Energy drink as medical treatment? This had to be some kind of breakdown. Combat stress finally got to Bailey. We need to call for backup medics, I said. This guy's having a mental episode. Bailey looked up at me while still working on Tyler's leg. You think I'm crazy? Yeah, definitely. He smiled. Good. Crazy is what keeps people alive out here, he explained while bandaging. Energy drinks contain taurine and caffeine. Taurine helps blood clotting. Caffeine constricts blood vessels. In emergency situations with severe bleeding, the sugar and chemicals can buy you precious time before real treatment. I learned this from a Navy corpsman in Afghanistan. Saved 3 lives using energy drinks when we ran out of clotting agents. The whole squad was staring at him. Tyler had stopped screaming. The bleeding was almost completely stopped. Bailey continued his work like nothing unusual had happened. The ambulance arrived 10 minutes later. Paramedics examined Tyler's leg and were amazed at how well the bleeding had been controlled. What kind of clotting agent did you use? The lead paramedic asked Bailey. Monster Energy drink. The paramedic stared at him. Are you serious? Bailey pulled out his phone, showed him a medical journal article he'd saved. Emergency field applications of taurine-based supplements for hemorrhage control. It's experimental, but it works. The paramedic read the article while his partner loaded Tyler into the ambulance. This is incredible. We need to add this to our training protocols. Tyler made a full recovery. 6 weeks later, he was back on duty. During his first formation, he walked up to Bailey with a case of Monster Energy drinks. Doc, he said, I owe you my leg, maybe my life. Bailey just laughed. Keep one can in your gear at all times. You never know when you might need unconventional medicine. Word spread through the entire base about Bailey's energy drink treatment. Medical officers came to interview him, wanted to study his techniques. Turned out he'd been researching emergency field medicine for years, looking for alternatives when standard supplies weren't available. 6 months later, the Army officially added energy drink hemostatic techniques to advanced combat medic training. Bailey got promoted to staff sergeant and transferred to the medical training school as an instructor. Now teaches a course called Creative Emergency Medicine. Every student learns the Monster Energy protocol. They call it the Bailey method. Last month, I visited the medical school, saw a sign in Bailey's classroom that read, when conventional medicine fails, unconventional medicine saves lives. Below it was a display case containing an empty Monster Energy can with a plaque. First documented battlefield use of energy drink hemostatic therapy. Fort Bragg, 2019.